Hi, this is Melanie for the Pardesi channel. I went to see Raid, Ajay Devgn's newest film, first day, first show today. So this is my review of the movie Raid, which is based on a true story from 1981, and it's set in Lucknow, and there was a record-setting length of a raid of a businessman's house by an income tax official. So Ajay Devgn is playing this upright, by the book, follow every rule kind of guy, and he's been transferred, I think he says in the movie, 49 times because he will not be corrupted. He even brings his own whiskey to a party so he won't be tempted for something nicer than what he can afford. We have this setup of AJ's upright character, and he gets a tip that a local politician and businessman is hiding black money in his house. So like I said, it's based on a real story, and it also combines some other stories around the same time period where there were clashes between income tax officials and the people that they were raiding. So, physical clashes. This is not an action film. This is not Singham. And even though it's a period film and sort of around the same kind of subject, it's not like Suri's film Tana Surnda Kutam at all either. This is very much a thriller drama grounded in reality. It is, it's not got huge people flying through the air and cars flipping kind of action scenes. I appreciated watching AJ in a more realistic drama. He was excellent. He had, these great line deliveries. Ileana D'Cruz, frankly, doesn't have a lot to work with here. She's just a supportive wife who even brings a tiffin lunch in the middle of the raid. That was little. She's just there to be a woman in peril, basically, as a plot point in the second half. Fun seeing AJ go mano a mano against character actor Saurabh Shukla. And there was also another great character actor that played sort of a corrupt tax official who kind of gets one over. His character's name was Lalan, and it's Amit Sial was the name of the actor, and I thought he was great. I mean, he had a minor part, but he was very fun. So part of the problem with the film, okay, the Surya film really set the scene of the 80s, and there was a lot of period stuff to the film. There wasn't so much in this one. I mean, there's designations, certain lines of dialogues and whatever that let you know it's 1981 and who the prime minister is and so forth. But it doesn't ever just have fun with the fact that it's a period film. You're just supposed to know it's period. I thought the way that Saurabh Shukla played his character, he was not a complete chew the sceneries villain. He was something that you, at certain points, you almost felt sorry for him because someone in his family had betrayed him, and he knew that, and he couldn't figure it out. And so he brought a lot of depth to the character, is what I'm saying. 85-year-old actress Pushpa Joshi plays the grandmother, and she was a riot. Any line that she had was incredibly funny. At one point, when the workers are even struggling, the income tax officials are even struggling to count all of the money, she's sitting there and she's like, to her family, she's like, you were so wealthy and you told me I couldn't get my kidney stone operation? She was a riot. Part of the problem for me with the film is almost the entire film takes place at one location, and that's the house, the White House, where this raid takes place. There's supposed to be intrigue and tension built up with the fact that they're all kind of stuck in this house together because during a raid, the family members are not supposed to leave and so forth. And you have the Tauji was the name of the official that Saurabh was playing. That was being raided, and so you see him try to use all of his power to get the raid stopped. And I don't know, the middle section of the film felt too long to me. Frankly, I was looking at my watch. You know, I've seen some of these kind of raids before. I knew they were going to find money in the, you know, certain places. I'm not going to spoil it, but you can guess some of the places that they finally find the money and the jewelry and everything. It's not a good sign when I'm looking at my watch. It wasn't that I was expecting a super action movie with car chases and all of that. It just, the payoff of the final 10 minutes or so of the film, I thought were really, really good. And really paid off, because you've seen that this is AJ is playing an upstanding man who would die for his, you know, subordinate workers, for the other officials that he brought with him on the raid. He was ready to die, and it really, you know, got quite tense at the end. But there was moments in there that it dragged. To me, this is just kind of an average film. It is not. If you're an AJ fan, I think you're going to be happy. There's nothing in this film that wouldn't be appropriate to bring the entire family to. And maybe there is stuff going on in the news in India that makes the topic of this film especially relevant. But I'm not getting that. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily for me. And I had a lot more fun going to the Surya film. Granted, you know, that was like special 26 remake, so it was slightly different. But this was had this tone of seriousness and earnestness almost completely throughout. That there was a couple of love songs or wistful songs about AJ and his wife. Those were pleasant enough. I liked AJ interacting with Ileana. I'm not saying they don't have chemistry. It's just there wasn't that much there in the plot about them. It was just, here they are, a married couple, and she's going to be a woman in peril. That's going to be a plot point later on in the film. We could have guessed that. I don't know what to tell you as far as going to the film. It's okay, but it's one that you could wait to watch when it comes on streaming services. If you're an AJ fan, I think you'll be pleased. Please like this video review if you enjoyed it. Share the video. Follow us on Twitter at PardesiYT. And I hope you've already subscribed. If you haven't, please do. Press the bell, then you'll get a notification whenever I do a new trailer reaction or video review.